Okay, so we are going to do a video today that I have been wanting to do all my life. It might not be the highest quality video, but the content is something that I have desired all my life. And I'll explain that as we go. So as you know, we moved to Alaska, and one of the things that was one of my life's goal on my bucket list was to see the never setting sun. And while that didn't exactly come true, it sort of did. Here in the Wasilla area, we don't get the never setting sun, but it doesn't go completely dark. And so for the hours of around 1:30 a.m. to about 2:45, 3 a.m., it's dusk. So it still looks light out. You could go walk without a flashlight, no problem. And so what I've done is I set up my camera out on the porch and I recorded the entire night. And what's cool is I also learned how to do the speed up the video. So there is 7 hours of video condensed to an 8-minute video, which is kind of cool. So as you see, 12:30 looks like it's just a normal time of day. So, you know, that's not too big of a deal. I mean, it is fun, but it's not too out of the ordinary. But the thing is, once you get past that, once you get past the 12:30, once you get past the 1, you know, you're at 2 o'clock in the morning and you can still see. That is really cool. So the way that the sun works, I'm sure you know this, but I'll explain it anyway. Think of the sun like a halo, and the Earth sits in the middle. Now what it is here in Alaska is during the summertime, it moves to the top of the head and it tilts slightly so that you get all this daytime hour and just a little bit of dusk, a few hours of dusk. And if you're in another part of the country, say you're closer to the equator, obviously, it would be like a halo around your head, and the sun, you know, obviously the planets move around the sun, but the sun will go around the equator. So depending on where you live, it depends on how the sun's positioned. So let's say the 2 examples I have here of the halos is one that's kind of tilted, and that is where we're at. So we get mostly day and a few dusk hours. Then I have another one here that shows like Utah, which gets a little more day but has night. And it's kind of cool when you put it in that perspective. It helps you understand it a little better, and I hope that makes sense. So when we moved to Alaska here, that was one of the things that I looked forward to, and that's always been on my bucket list. I had a teacher in grade school that talked about the never setting sun, and she talked about being in Alaska, and it was just so weird because she would look out her window at 2 in the morning and there would still be light. And ever since that day, I think that was 3rd grade, that has been one of my goals in life, is to see the never setting sun. And like I said, while this isn't never setting sun, it is always daylight. There is a level of daylight that is always there right now. And that, is going to be going away since we're past the Equinox or the Solstice, which, the summertime Equinox, I believe it's called. And since we're past that, now we're going to start getting darker. But for the next month, I can still enjoy this really long days. And it's been absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. So you'll see that, once we get to this 3 a.m. mark, it's starting to get light, and you can see that it's just like a normal day. Now what I've done also is I've taken videos. You'll see the little video on the right there pop up. That is from my porch. Now the porch aims west. So if I'm standing on the porch, I can look out west and see where the sun is. If I'm on the back porch, I'm actually heading south. And there's a lot of trees around, so it's a little bit more shaded, a little darker. But if you look out front, you can see the sun off in the distance. It isn't up, but you can see where it is. And that you could see throughout the night. So that little halo that's going like this, when the Earth rotates, we get the sun all upon that line. At night, you know, between 1 and 2:30 or so, it's at its worst. And even that isn't dark. You can still see, which I totally love. But as you can see, when this gets brighter, it's pretty cool. Now, one thing I did learn how to do was increase speed on a video, and that is so cool because I never knew how to do that. And so by doing this video, I learned a thing, and that's good. So I did speed it up. I believe it is at 50 times the normal speed. That way I could get 7 hours condensed into 8 minutes. So it is amazing, and I have absolutely loved it. And you know, when we looked at Alaska, it was kind of like at first we were doing it as a joke, and then we looked and saw A, it's affordable, B, why not? It's actually the same climate as where we were looking at in Montana. And so what was a joke turned into reality, and I am so glad we did because I love it here. Now I will be doing a video, full in-depth video on our first year here and talk about our experiences, talk about what we've encountered, our thoughts. And so that'll be a much better video, a much longer probably, but it'll be fun because I will talk about everything that I like, a couple things I don't like, but most of it is like. I love it here in Alaska. And so, you know, look forward to that video, and that'll be around August 12th. Because I started doing the picture a day on August 8th, and so on August 8th I'll have my year complete, and then I could put together a montage of that normal picture that I post once a day, and you'll see all the weather change and stuff. So that'll be exciting, and then we can talk about, you know, what we've experienced here, what we like and don't like about it. And like I said, most of it, 95% of it is like about it. This place is awesome. I love living here. And so, you know, it's exciting. And you can see the sun's out, and it's just, it is amazing. So, hey, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. And, yeah, I'll see you on that video come August. Bye.